Hello, folks, and welcome back. Last week, we explored the idea of living in a non-dual world where everything is interconnected. And we explored the parables from a gospel theme. This week, we're going to take that exploration one step further and introduce something really foundational to our lives. A sense of purpose. Specifically, we'll discuss how purpose and living a full life go hand in hand. Hi, I'm Richard Fontenay, and your host for today. And today's podcast continues the preparation for our upcoming podcast, Speaking from the Heart series, which will air on Mondays in the new year. Now, if you missed last week's podcast, I would ask that you go back to it as I explain what we're really trying to do with the Speaking from the Heart series. Now, the short version of last week's podcast is that our Wednesday's podcast will continue to be generic, based on universal values and principles, and related to business, work, and our lives. Now, the Speaking from the Heart series will have a distinct Christian content based on gospel teachings and give examples of how they relate to business, work, and life. So stay to the end of this podcast and hear what we have in store for you in 2025. Now, let's get on with today's topic. So here's the question. What is our purpose, and how do we live it fully? Now, these two questions seem separate, but they really collide into one big truth. Our purpose allows us to live our lives, or to say it another way, with purpose, we become fully alive. But there's more. What drives our purpose? What are the qualities that fuel it and guide us along the way? Now, this is a pivotal question which really needs to strike home. Why? Well, quite simply, it determines the kind of life we're living. Our purpose isn't just about something we talk about. It's something we live. And the qualities that drive us really are the map that we use to help us get there. Now, let's talk about how we navigate this path. Universal values like compassion, justice, forgiveness, love. Now, these are principles that can guide us in any part of our lives. Be it in business, at work, or in our everyday lives. These values aren't just nice ideas, but they are the compass that points us towards living a meaningful, fulfilling life. However, here's the kicker. The road isn't always easy and smooth. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, we slip back into old behaviors. We all have those moments where we fall short of the person that we want to be, or that we want to become. And then there are our habits. Those habits are really hard to shake. So even when we know better, old patterns seem to pull us back. But here's the good news. We can overcome these challenges because there are ways to help us move forward. First, it's all about our awareness. Being aware of our actions and patterns is the first step to breaking free from them. Second, it's about our intentions. reminding ourselves of the qualities that drive us, like compassion and love, and making those our guideposts. And thirdly, it's about practice. Living by these values isn't something that happens overnight. But with time, we can rewire our habits and live with greater consistency and a greater sense of purpose. Now let's illustrate this with some real life examples. In business, leaders might face difficult decisions that challenge their values. A decision may benefit the company, but at the cost of fairness and compassion. However, a leader centered on their purpose might take a step back, reconnect with the values of justice and compassion, and choose a path that aligns with those principles, even if it's a harder path. Now here's another example. Think about someone, maybe even you or me, trying to balance career ambitions with the personal relationships in the workplace. It's easy to get caught up in the grind and neglect the people who matter most. But when you're rooted in love and compassion, you prioritize those relationships and understand that they are vital to what you stand for. They are vital to your sense of purpose. And in our personal lives, maybe it's a constant struggle to forgive someone that hurt you. The qualities of forgiveness and compassion aren't just ideas. They're actions that help us move past pain and create a space for healing. So by practicing forgiveness, you free yourself to live more fully, allowing your purpose to guide every step of the way. So what can we conclude from all of this? Well, to answer this question, I like to swing into the Speaking from the Heart series, which has a Christian theme. So here's the distinction I want to leave with you today. A universe of values like compassion, justice, forgiveness guide us. But gospel teachings gives us something more. They offer us an example, a living blueprint. And that example is found in the life of Jesus, someone who didn't just teach these values, but lived them fully. So when we center ourselves on spirituality, we're not just learning about these principles, but also looking to someone who demonstrated how to embody them daily. Now, Jesus lived what he taught, and that's the difference. We too can live these values and be role models, whether at work, in our business, or in our everyday lives. Now, this is not to say that others do not live the gospel values. In fact, they model their values after Jesus. Think of Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, and many others. So how can we act out those values and make sure that we're on point? Now, this reminds me of what Mahatma Gandhi said about Christians. Gandhi was impressed by Jesus' gospel teachings, but not necessarily by how Christians carried out his teachings. He said, "I like Christ, but I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ." And on another occasion, he said, "If it weren't for Christians, I'd be a Christian." So It's essential that we model the values that Jesus taught about compassion, justice, love, and forgiveness. Others see our behaviors and take note of them, especially when we're in business, at work, and in our relationships with others. So here's your challenge for the week. Think about the qualities that drive your purpose. Reflect on how you're living those values and those qualities in your everyday actions. Are you making decisions based on compassion, justice, forgiveness, love? And if not, what small steps can you take today to align your actions with your values? Now, thank you for joining me today. I hope this episode helped you center your thoughts on purpose and how spirituality can guide you in creating a life that aligns with your deeper values. Now, if this resonates with you, please subscribe to this podcast. Share it with a friend who might need it, and stay tuned for our next episode in the new year. Now let me identify what we have in store for you for 2025. On Monday, January 7th, we begin our Speaking from the Heart series. And these are podcasts with a Christian theme about life, business, and work. On Wednesday, January 8th, we return to our regular Wednesday podcasts. And they will be more generic and based on universal values and principles. Our theme for 2025 is personal growth and development, with practical applications for business, work, and life. And the articles that we have in Fontenay Magazine will concentrate on personal development about business, work, and life. You notice the theme that's going throughout here. And that link is below. Now, you can also catch us on our other YouTube channel, Affiliate Marketing with Richard. And for 2025, we will be offering affiliate marketing podcasts, YouTube shorts, and digital reviews within the framework of affiliate marketing. So join us if you're interested in affiliate marketing. And that link is also below. Now, we will not be podcasting until the first week in January 2025. So may you have a joyous holiday season, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye for now.